Welcome to Bathtub Jenn. I'm your host, Jenn Snyder, and here I am in my tub. My guest today is the incomparable Mia Jackson. Welcome, everyone, Mia Jackson, to my Tub Talk.
Hey.
Hey, Mia, what's going on?
I was like, oh, that was my cue, huh?
Like how you sat there just like, oh, glasses in the bathtub, I love it.
Yeah, thank you. Do you want is it a full cardigan?
Oh yeah, well that's an ascot, girl. I'm very classy with people. This is very important, man. All right, this is a classy affair.
I'm with it. I like it. Let me take off my glasses. They're fogging up. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Okay, so important
my
question.
water's too hot. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Mia, do you pee in the shower?
No, I do not. I do not pee in the shower. There's a toilet right there. There is no need.
Okay, what if your boyfriend pees in the shower? Is that a problem?
You know what? Yes, because I need to know why he can't also just do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean he can aim from the shower, maybe.
Right, easy, right?
That sounds fun. Do you know, or are you just speculating that he doesn't?
Speculation. I can only hope that he has enough home training to. I just don't want to know that about him. Now I gotta ask. I gotta find out.
All right, next time Mia's boyfriend will be on Bathtub Jenn. We've got to know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to destroy a relationship in the midst of it. So Mia, what did you want to be when you were growing up? I saw your set last night where you talked about high school a little bit. What was your dream?
Let me put on my glasses now. I wanted, when I was 8, I wanted nothing more than to be an architect. Yeah. Now, was there any basis behind it? Because could I draw? No, I could not. Jen. I could not draw. I was not good at measuring or math. None of those things. But the reason why I wanted to be one is because my aunt, she was an engineer. And I'm like, well, I can't copy what she does, but I can do something similar. And it was terrible. I didn't have any reason. And then at one point I also thought I wanted to be a dentist. Also, no other reason for that either.
Well, you have great teeth, so I can see wanting to be a dentist. Yeah, you got a good look, girl.
Thank you.
So who were you in high school? Like I heard some of your stand-up. You strike me as the smart girl. Like in my head, you're like head of the student body. You're probably in the Latin club. Is that who you were?
I wasn't the head of the student body. I wasn't popular enough. I mean, like I had friends that people knew who I was and I was involved in stuff, but I was too afraid to be like, let me run for something. But I did make pretty good grades, and I was in French Honor Society. And I think I couldn't be in National Honor Society because it was I'd made a C in math, which, as witnessed by my architect life, this should not be a surprise. So that was the only thing. But I had a pretty good run there in high school. But I was a band nerd. I played flute.
Oh my God, this is the best! I'm so happy.
My big gigantic ass was out there with a flute, and that's how my parents just go like, we could always tell which one it was you because you were taller than everybody in this mini small flute. Like, why couldn't there was no other instrument? But no, I was a flautist.
Flautist. Oh my God, Mia always dots the I. That way we know that she's the best man. Okay, so did you know in high school that you were going to be a comedian? Did you have any inkling in your mind that this is what you were going to do with your life?
I used to love comedy. I mean, not used to. I might feel like I stopped because of the quarantine. No, I still love it. I still no, but in high school, I used to watch like Def Comedy Jam and Comic View and whatever was Comedy Central. Was it whatever it was back then? Whatever the early iteration of Comedy Central. But I used to watch all those shows, fascinated, loving them. And in my head, I used to be like, oh, that seems cool, but it didn't register or make sense to me where I'm like, oh, that's somebody's job. I just thought these are just really cool people who happen into this thing. And then later on, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, you're an actor? Just go do some stand-up. It's the same thing. Just go on out and you get them a tight 10. Just give them a tight 10.
Right. It didn't even, like, in my head, I'm like, I didn't know open mics existed. I didn't know, I'm just like, oh, these are really cool people who got on a TV show.
Well, because you're famous now. You know how easy it is. You know how people are always like, you should be on Last Comic Standing. You should be on I should be on a lot of things. I should be on the damn Letterman show.
Right. And people, they make it seem like it's so, yeah, when I tell people, I'm like, do you know how long it took just to get on one thing? Like, you can't just walk up to people and go, hey, late night talk show, I see you have comments on sometimes. This is what I was thinking. Me.
Whatever you have going else, that's gone.
Just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a vetting process. I told you what I did. I'm a comic.
I said it was funny.
That's it. That's all you need.
Did you realize that you were a comic? When did the light bulb go off then?
Let me see. Now, I started to think I was funny when I was in college, only because in private conversations I would talk trash so much that people would be like, oh, you mean Funny Mia? And I'd be like, oh my God, people call me Funny Mia. Like, that's a cool thing.
And just called you funny.
It was fun. Yeah, and then I got there, be like, because there was this thing. It was from this was okay. You know how you would in college you'll call like, oh well, that's Chris from this city, or that's Chris from Atlanta. Well, first it was, oh, that's Mia from Columbus, but then my sophomore year, another Mia from Columbus also started going there. So people would be like, which Mia? Tall Mia? Short Mia? Oh, funny Mia? And so, but at first it was tall, and later on somebody was like, yeah, people call you Funny Mia. And I was like, do they? And sometimes I'll run into people from back then that'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not surprised you're doing comedy. They're like, this doesn't surprise me at all. And I'm like, thank you. That's cool.
Also, how dare that other bitch move from Columbus? Yes. Anybody asked you to do that?
She's a super cool girl. She will. But I was at first, I was like, this is ruining our branding.
Oh, I know, girl.
Ruining our branding.
I don't ever want another lesbian Jenn to show up in my circle of friends. We don't need a lesbian Jenn. We are full here. We're good. We have met our circle.
Right. I was like, there can't be another. And I remember somebody one time saying to me, they were like, no, I know Mia from Columbus, and I'm like, a mutual friend introduced me to this guy, and he was like, you're not Mia from Columbus. I was like, I never met that dude before. And they were like, he swore he knew Mia from Columbus. I'm like, met the other Mia from Columbus.
There's two. Okay, there's two. There's another one. Don't be, come on.
Right.
Okay, so let's see here. So what was your big break? What do you consider, like, what was it that just kind of made the comedy doors open for you? Because you're killing it now. You're on Mother's Day. You got a half-hour special. You got an album. Come on now. What was the thing? What was it that made
well, look, I only have a track on an album.
Come on now.
But, you know what? I don't even know.
No?
I feel like everything is I don't feel like I still have had a big break yet. I feel like it's just been a lot of things that are building. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of stuff that's been like, what is it? I'll go back to some, like, I'm trying to think. Like, one chance encounter that's been very, very helpful for me is, like, back in the day, I was hosting at the Punchline in Atlanta, and it was like around the time Amy Schumer was headlining.
Yeah.
And I happened to be the host one of the nights, and we just got along backstage, and we just always stayed in touch. And she has been so helpful to me. Like, like I got to go on her tour last year, or was it 2018 and part of 2019. So that was super cool. But it was just one of those things. I'm like, oh, I met her, and then I got to do all this other stuff, and then just different people that I've just had working relationships with, like one of my comedy friends, I have a college agent because we're now on the same roster, but he met our agents at one of those conferences, and they were like, we're looking for, like, do you know any female comics? He was like, I know one who would be perfect for you. And so it's just stuff like that. And the same thing, like the way I got my manager, same thing. It was because some comics, they're like, oh, you should talk to Mia, like, because they needed a black female comic for something. Oh, you know Mia Jackson, and then that's how we met. So yeah,
exactly. Well, you know what I love about you, and also just hate about you, is that you're so good and so clean. So clean.
Yeah.
Like, even last night, everything you were talking about, that's TV ready. You know what I mean? And no curse words, and it was dying funny. You know what I mean? Like, just like, that's a real skill. Like, I don't have that. I'm funny, but girl, I got to
hilarious.
Say fuck. I got to say fuck. I just got to.
Oh no, I do it. I will say it. I will. I was doing somebody's show. God, I was doing a Zoom show, and they said be clean, but I might have slipped out an ass or shit, and I was like, oh, and they were like, oh no, it's fine. I was like, thank God everything else was mostly clean, so they ignored it, but it's fine. It's fine.
No, you're amazing like that. So I think that's what's great about your comedy. I think that's why you're just gonna be so successful. I think one of my favorite things about my successful comic friends is no one can tell you how they make it. Nobody can tell you. Nobody. My friend, about, Dave Stone, all them cats. How'd you make? What do you do? I don't. Man, it just happens. It just, Yeah,
it's like a series of just all kind of just small things. Because somebody had asked me recently on Instagram, they were like, yeah, but they were in music, and they were like, well, how do I make, like, what do I need to do? And I'm like, it's a lot of stuff. Like, it's just, I'm like, I know they're not the same industry, but some of the steps are probably going to be the same. Like, you got to go somewhere and practice. You got to learn how to perform, and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's just a series of things that put you in touch with different people and put you in different places. And like, one of the other cool things is that I get to work at the Comedy Cellar in New York, so shout out to the Comedy Cellar. And even being there, like, it's everybody on the lineup, they're all headliners. So even as being there, I'll see people that are, and that's helpful, because you can just be sitting down eating wings, and then somebody will go, oh, do you want to come? I'm on the road in a few weeks. Like, do you want to come do some dates? And I'm like, oh well, yes, I do. Once I wipe this wing sauce, I'm like, I'll wipe this wing sauce off my hands, and let's talk. But even stuff like that, would be like, oh, do you want to come do my podcast? But a lot of it is just, those things are just the connections you make with people along the way. And then I always like to tell people the advice I got pretty early. Somebody told me, they were like, you know what? Just don't be a dick. And I was like, oh.
Whoa, but how many people ignore that advice? Am I right?
Oh my God.
Have to ignore it either. Like, the talented people, I never see ignore that advice. It's always douchebags that are like,
it's every single time. You're like, how are you the worst comic and the worst person? Like, how? Like,
how does your ego allow this?
How did you do both? Oh, it's terrible.
It's terrible. All right, so 2 last questions, Mia, and then I'll let you go. Okay. What is your favorite celebrity that you've met? I mean, you don't have to say Amy Schumer just because she put you on. You know what I'm saying? You can say anybody you want.
Who is my favorite celebrity? God, because I've met some cool people. Oh man, let me see.
Girl, it gets hot in the bath, don't it? Girl, I had to get a fan. Look, this is from my show. I got my own little fan right here, girl. Just, it's fabulous.
You should have sent me that in the text set up.
I should have. I need to send you one, girl, next time.
Look, I'm sitting here going, who knew baths were so hot? One of my favorite comics that I got to meet, who's famous, is I got to open for Arsenio Hall a few times, and let me tell you, this is why it was so cool, because I grew up watching his show.
Yeah.
And then he just gives so much love. Like when you do the show, he makes sure that you come back out at the end with him, and he's like, make sure you give it up for.
Really?
Because he'll do a 2-person show. He's like, make sure you give it up for Mia, and it's just, and he's like, let's let everybody who want to get pictures now do it, and he'll tweet the pic. Like it was super cool. And then the other cool thing about it, working with him is like, you know, he's had such a big cultural impact.
He's semi.
Was that? You're right. Of course. I mean, yes, but like people at the shows. I remember we were in Indianapolis, and this woman just came and busted into the green room and was like, "Hey, where is he?" And I was like, "Huh?" And she scared me, the booker of the show, and we were all like, "What? What is that? What's happening?" He was already gone, and we were like, "What's happening right now?" And she was like, Where is he? Like, can you call him?" And I was like, I don't have his information. I can't call him. But it was just crazy. I'm like, this woman just, I mean, when I say did knock, just boom, like we all jumped. But like and then like later on, I went outside, like trying to get my check. And I'm looking for the owner of the club, and she saw me again. Like, so where is he? You see, and I was like, man, that's wild. Like, I'm like, that is, I mean, but like, people want to, you know, like, it's just so cool to be like, that impact, like, it's been, you know, like, he's been around for, you know, for a long time. It's just like, it's so, like, it's such a lasting impact. Like, people are like, I need to see him right now. It's crazy. Yeah, but he was super cool. Super cool.
You want that yourself? Do you want somebody busting in the green room like, where's Mia?
No. Hey, let me go to my car in peace, man. I only want enough of a cultural impact, like to sell out a club. Like, I'm like, please, guys, let me go home.
I just want to be Doug Benson.
You what?
Want to be the lesbian Doug Benson because he's got the right name. He sells out things, but I bet he goes to Walmart no problem.
See, and that's because there's so many times I'm on my Target trips, I don't need to be talked to, you know.
I get it.
When I'm looking at the clearance end caps, who wants?
When I'm going to the dollar aisle at Target, please. Well, Mia, you have been a wonderful guest. Like, I just think you're an amazing person. You're so kind. You're very smart. You're really beautiful. Honestly, you got no damn business doing comedy. I need you to step off, go do something else. Go be an architect, girl. That's CNF cannot stop you, okay? Not stop you, Mia. No, I think you're amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. Just one last I play this game with all my guests called Would You Still Be My Friend If?
Okay.
I love this game. It's very fun. So, here's the rules. I just come up with something and I ask you, would you still be my friend with? You may ask any questions that you like to clarify whether or not you would be my friend.
Okay.
So here we go. Would you be my friend if I had fingers coming out of my mouth like this, right here, like this? So when I talk, I had to open my fingers, and then when I stopped talking, and when I ate.
So you're saying if you had a tentacle mouth?
Yeah, I would have a regular mouth, but fingers growing out the side like this, right here.
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have good social skills. I wouldn't have the sparkling personality I have now, Mia. Because, you know, people are not kind in the world, Mia.
But listen, think about the opportunities we would get for pictures and to go viral. You got to think about the brand and be like, oh, Fingermouth Jenn. Like, that'll be your new stage name. Fingermouth Jenn.
Mia and Fingermouth Jenn is a sitcom, bitch. It is a show right now. It is ready, okay?
On the CW. Fingermouth Jenn.
Mia, tell people where they can find you. Tell people where they can get some of your light and enjoy it.
Well, let's see, guys. I have a website, MiaJackson.com. I'm also on Instagram and the Twitters at Mia Comedy. And let's see, I got a Comedy Central half hour you can go and watch. So there's that. I have a thing on Epics, and I think you can see that on Amazon Prime. And then, you know what? I was on Nick Mom Night Out. I don't have kids, but I was on there. But I want people to go watch it just so I get 2-cent residual check.
Yeah, and Mother's Day. Don't forget. Don't leave out
Mother's Day. Go watch Mother's Day so I can get me another check. Yeah.
Just leave it on your iPad while you do whatever, so Mia can get that.
You ain't even got it right. Just let it play while you clean up the house. Why you sitting
Thank you so much. You're amazing. You've been a great guest. Thank you. I can't wait to see when you're famous and I get to open for you. Please take me on tour. I'm so ready. Anyway.
Do some shows, Jen. We're gonna do it.
Thank you, Mia, so much. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, we clear, Lauren?
That was so great, you guys. I'm going to start recording. If you could just do all of that one more time. I'm kidding. I do need to ask you this, Mia. This is the most awkward question I'll probably ever ask any comedian ever.
Yes.
Are you wearing underwear? Because I have to be careful not to show that this video doesn't show anything.
Oh, yes. I have on a whole swimsuit.
Okay, cool.
And not only do I have on a swimsuit, I kept on my underwear, which I realized I don't swim often. This is, I was like, oh, I made a mistake. Once I sat down, I went, oh, I forgot that part should have been, yeah, but I got on, this is just a sports bra and a badly padded swimsuit top.
I hope you're
great. You look great.
Dude, that's got to be. Was that 15 minutes, Lauren?
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't actually timing, but that felt good. Yeah.
Man, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Mia. I can't thank you enough. Like, you're the best. I don't know what
you are.
But
I love how we never ran into each other before today, it seems, and then I've seen you like a million times in the quarantine.
Can I ask you something real quick before I let you go? You said you heard of me. People had told you about me?
Yeah, I've heard of you before, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Wow. That's because you're the big deal in Atlanta. Like, you're the golden girl. Ian Aber loves you. Like, all those cats say the best things about you.
I've absolutely heard of you, so you stop it right now.
All right, I just thought that was cool. I had to hear you say it again. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you so much, girl. All the success, all the, you deserve it all. You're amazing.
Thank you. We'll be in touch.
Yes. Bye.